Hey, Janice. Who's this? It's Sophia. How did you get my number? Oh, I got it from one of Ron's friends. Don't you dare contact me again. I have no interest in talking to you. Please, just this once. I just got out of prison and... And what? You want me to keep you in my house? Or maybe give you some money so you can get yourself breakfast? I'm sorry, Sophia. I'm not running a charity here. And especially for a woman like you who is nothing but a shameless piece of shit who has just taken things from people. Listen, I know you're angry, but can we talk? I told you, I'm not interested in talking. And if you dare visit my house again, I swear I will call the police. I don't know why it's so hard for you to understand this, but I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. Janice, I just want to meet my daughter. Please, let me see her. And why in my right mind would I allow that? You are nothing to her, and I made this very clear to you 12 years ago. The day you got into jail, it was over. What you did to my brother, to my niece, I will never forgive you for that. Just, please, for once. I promise I will never come back, but just this once, let me see her. I have custody. I am her legal guardian. And if you dare come near her, I will slash your arms. You have no right to see her anymore. You took everything from that child. Do you have any idea how she has been living for the past 12 years? The number of times she would wake up, shaking and crying, screaming, "I'm sorry," in her sleep? Why did you do that? Why did you kill my brother? That was an accident, Janice. I never wanted to kill him. Please believe me. I knew you were trouble the day he introduced me to you. You were nothing but just a hipster who had no goals in life. You trapped my brother, made him your slave, and once you realized he was becoming an obstacle in your life, you killed him. But then you had the audacity to claim in court that he abused you. How could you say that? He was dead because of you. You killed him, claiming that it was self-defense on your part, but I knew my brother. I knew how much he loved you and Claire. I had spent hours where he'd gush all over you and tell me stories about how happy of a man he was with you. He loved a horrible woman like you, but you didn't give it in return. Nothing. You gave him nothing but pain and grief and made him suffer till his last day. You traumatized your daughter, and then you were coming to me, asking me to let you meet her? Let me make this very clear to you, Sophia. Claire is my family. She is my daughter, and you have nothing to do with her anymore. You died to her the day you killed her father. You know nothing, Janice. So don't give me this lecture on morality and motherhood. I loved Ron. I loved him with every single cell in my fucking body, but things changed. So many things changed, and you weren't there. No one was there except for us three, and I was the only one who dealt with that misfortune. You can call me all names you want, but please, I'm begging you, don't take my daughter away from me. She is all that I have left, and I know what I have done is irreversible. I can never bring Ron back, but at least give me a chance to be the mother for my Claire. For once, let me talk to her. You can beg me all you want, but I will never let you have that. You stay away from her, and if you don't want to go to jail again, stop pestering me and get lost. I don't care what you're going to do with your life. Kill yourself for all I care. I swear to Lord, I do not want to see your face ever again. Okay. I'll go, but is Claire okay? How is she? Is she doing well? Going to high school? She is in her second year right now, and she is a brilliant student. She has amazing friends, and she is living a great life with me. Nobody knows about you, Sophia. None of her friends. You're really dead to her. That's what people know. But you know what will happen if you come back into her life, right? It will affect her only. She will be humiliated because of you. You are an ex-convict, a murderer. And you should know that the world today is crueler than ever. But this time, she will be the victim because of you. Don't let that happen. You're telling me that you want to be her mother again, right? Then do her a favor. Keep your distance from her. Don't contact her, ever. Does she talk about what happened back then? Ron died in a house fire, while you died after giving birth to her. That's the story she knows. She witnessed something horrifying. She saw you killing her father, and that left a huge scar on her brain. She never talks about you. We had to take her to a therapist for the next 4 years. The doctor said her memories from those years must have gotten blurry, and it's for the best. I see. Go somewhere far away from here, Sophia. Start a new life or whatever, but don't come back here. You are a walking curse. You have ruined lives, and I will never forgive you for that. You took my little brother from me. You killed the inner child in Claire. You ruined yourself, and there is no good deed in this world that could ever wash away your sins. All right. Thank you for everything. I owe you. Big time. You owe me nothing. Claire is my daughter now. She always will be. I know. I'm sorry I failed her. I don't know what else I should say. I have so much left to say, and it's killing me from the inside, but I just can't. What do you mean you have so much left to say? What are those dumb justifications for your terrible actions? I know you'll never believe me, but Ron changed. He really did. A lot of things changed between us. Don't use a dead person as an excuse now, Sophia! How low can you fall? Just take care of my daughter. She is a good girl, and she is very strong. You don't need to tell me that. I know her better than you will ever know. Right. Thank you, Janice. Goodbye. Some days, I can't help but recall those days from the past when everything looked okay. I had my little brother, Ron, with me. After our parents passed away, he was my only family, and he was a lovely person, a good boy who always looked after me. When college started for him, that was when he met Sophia, a complete opposite of his character. She was free-spirited, fun-loving, used to have a huge friend circle, and was very much intrigued by my brother's persona. She was drawn to him, just like a fly is to a bright light. I never openly showed my disdain because my brother was head over heels for her soon after that. He would tell me stories about her and how she would make him feel butterflies in his stomach. She was his first love, and he was hers. But I never believed that. Sophia had a past, a really complicated one. She had spent most of her teenage years changing foster homes, and her relationship with men was another problem. She was desired by many, and honestly, why wouldn't she? She was gorgeous, smart, and charming, but she attracted bad company most of the time. That was why I never liked her. It was only after my brother came into her life that she was focused on something better. Or to be honest, from my perspective, she was just using him as her escape. I didn't know what exactly he saw in her, except for her looks. Or whatever he saw, I failed to recognize. A year later, they graduated. I was informed that they'd be marrying soon. My brother got a job for himself, and Sophia chose to be a housewife. I was shocked. Angry, too. But I had no say-so in that situation, so I just supported their decision in my own way. Soon enough, a year into their marriage, they were blessed with Claire. That was when they moved far away from me to Ohio. I had my own family then, but I always stayed in contact with my brother. We met during the holidays, and they looked like a happy family. I loved my Claire, though I still hadn't warmed up to Sophia. When I heard he was killed by her, my dislike only turned into pure hatred. But she was not punished enough. She told the court that he had gotten abusive, and that is how she only got a sentence for 12 years. Claire was broken, and I decided to raise her away from that witch. But now that she has come back, I fear for Claire. She has no memories of that woman, but if she sees her, it may end up triggering those memories. I want to protect her for as long as possible, though fate doesn't always work in our favor. And when I got to know that she saw Sophia again, I felt things were about to get worse. A few days later. Hey, baby. Are you feeling okay? Yes, Jenny. Much better. What was it you were going to say to me? Oh, nothing. Are you sure? It seems like something has been bothering you. You don't talk much, and lastly, You look so pale, I almost thought you were going to skip school. No, it's nothing. A test is coming up, and well, I want to perform well in it. If you need any help, you can always come to me. I know, thanks. Don't worry about it. A few minutes later. Janice, are you still there? Yes. What's wrong, honey? That lady who visited our house a few days ago. Do you know her? Oh, don't worry about that. She was just some random cult member. Can't tell these people have come a menace to society lately. I know who she is. What? What do you mean? That's my mom, Sophia. I saw her on my way back from school. Claire, what are you talking about? Is everything okay? Can you send me her number? No, you're not allowed to talk to her. You should not. It will affect your health. I'm fine, seriously. Do you remember what she did? I remember everything. In fact, I always did. I never lost my memory, Janice. What? Please give me her number. I need to talk to her. Just once. She must have left state by now. What? Where? I don't know. She is going somewhere far away from you. Did you tell her to go away? Janice, did you tell her that? I did, because she will only bring harm to you. You don't know anything. How can you say that? Baby, all these years, I just wanted to protect you. You saw something which scared you for life, and after losing my brother, I did not want to lose you too. But what about my mom? Did you ever think about her? What she was going through? How she kept herself together? Or did your hatred and grief blind you so much that you forgot to see that she is a human too? Claire, she is not a good woman. She is the reason your father is no longer with you. Please, let her go. She is nothing but a menace, a curse to you. Jenny, please, give me her number. I just want to talk to her. You will get nothing out of that. Claire, please, listen to me. She is my mother. She is my mother, Janice. She saved me. You have no clue what happened that day, but I know. I just want to see her once. Just let me talk to her. Please, I'm begging you. I was reluctant. I didn't want to give Claire away to that woman. Not like my brother. She is not good for her, just like when she wasn't good enough for him. But what will I get from keeping her away from her mother? What kind of pretentious hero am I playing in this story? Claire is right. I knew nothing. I was ignorant. But I wanted to be. I wanted to be blind. I wanted to blame someone else. Sophia is not good. She was never good. Not in my eyes. She took away my brother. But what was her side of the story? Did I ever try to listen to that? No, I never did. However, it is time for me to stop. At this moment, I realize I was doing nothing but bringing pain to a girl I have raised for so many years. I didn't want her to hate me. And so, I let her make this decision. Here, this is her number. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jenny. Will you tell me what happened that day? I gotta ask Mom first. Ignorance is bliss, but it can be a curse, too. For me, I realized it was a curse. When Claire came back home, tears stained her pale cheeks. She saw me and fell in my arms, sobbing like a little child. I tried to calm her down, but she only repeated, "I'm so sorry, Jenny. I'm so sorry." I didn't know why she was apologizing, but I cried with her while momentarily whispering, "It's okay," in her ears. Once she calmed down, we sat down in her room, just the two of us. She started talking then, told me that she talked to Sophia, that she asked her if she could tell me her secret. Sophia agreed. 12 years ago, another thing happened to my brother, something which I was unaware of. 3 months before his death, he lost his prestigious job. Money was gone and his pride was deeply wounded, and that was when he resorted to alcohol. He became an alcoholic soon after, and Sophia became his punching bag. One argument led to another, and that was when he first hit her. It never became too big for their neighbors to notice, but it was still happening in their house. Claire saw it almost every day. She saw her happy family falling apart, her mother becoming a rag doll to her father's erupting grief and anger. One day, those slaps changed to something bigger. Dad got angry because Mom told him he was spending too much money on alcohol. He hit her. Once, twice. He kept hitting her. I cried, but he still didn't stop. Mom pushed him, but he grabbed her by her neck. He was choking her. He was going to kill her. Claire whimpered as she told me the story. I wanted to protect her, so I grabbed the knife on the shelf and stabbed him in the neck. Blood gurgled out of his mouth, falling all over Mom, while my hands were painted red. I was frozen, too numb to utter even a single word. Claire turned to me, her eyes red with tears. I didn't move then, but Mom was quick. She snatched the knife from me and said, "You will remember nothing. You will never say anything. I killed him. It was self-defense. Promise me, honey." I promised, crying. She called the cops then, and they arrested her. I kept quiet. I kept my promise. But the truth is, I killed your brother, Janice. I killed my father. But Mom, she protected me. Guilt surged up my chest. It suffocated me. But the girl crying beside me had a bigger burden on her chest, and the woman I kept snarling at shared it. I wanted to make it up to her. I wanted to grovel under her feet and beg for forgiveness. But Claire then told me that Sophia had already left. She may come back later, but for now, she doesn't want to ruin her life. That's what I told her about keeping her distance from Claire. It was for the best. In an instant, I went to grab my phone to give Sophia a call, but the next text I saw from her left me in tears. Janice, I know you never liked me much, but I'm glad my daughter was raised by you. Thank you for taking care of her, and please, forgive her. She was just 4. I know how much you loved Ron. I did too. But everything was so sudden that I didn't even know who to reach out to. Please, don't let the guilt eat my daughter up. Please, don't abandon her. I will be back, I promise, but I know if I'm around her, she will get harmed. So please, take care of her, like you have always been. I really owe you big time. Thank you so much for everything.